Okay, so this week started off innocently enough. I was just scrolling through Twitter and came across this advert for Grubhub, a company I have never heard of before, and I've never even seen this advert before either. And not surprisingly, it's because it's only available in the US. But I did see this tweet which asks people to add their own music to this advert, and you could have your own song featured in the commercial, and yeah, you get to win free food for a year. Sounds great, right? A large corporate company with money to spare asking people to create possibly hundreds of pieces of music for free for them to use however they wish without them having to pay a penny to the creators. Oh yeah, sounds fun. Where do I sign up? I've made a few videos in the past about how creativity has value. I'm not a musician, I'm an artist, but I feel that the problem with companies like Grubhub and others who run contests like this benefit so much more than the creators than people realize. In my opinion, if you're good at something, you should never do it for free. If you're an artist or a musician and someone sees your work and asks if you can create something for them, they're seeing how valuable your work is. So when you get to that point, you need to think about how much your time, effort, training, equipment, and final product is worth. And there's one thing for certain. In other words, you need to ask to be paid. If they offer to pay you in food, that may sound great at first, but guess what? You can't pay rent with a burger. Your creativity is worth more than a free burger. Alright, so turns out this advert became the first meme of 2021 because of animation and music. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. It's not bad quality, I mean, I've seen far worse. But what makes this advert stand out and memorable is that the song is annoying as all heck and the dancers move in a very unnatural way and not even in time to the music. More to the point, I tried to track down who did the original song for this advert, but could not find a credit anywhere. Not on Grubhub's Twitter, not on the YouTube video itself, nowhere, unless I'm missing something. I wanted to find out how the original creators of the music for the original advert felt to know that not only are Grubhub removing their music from the advert, but they are giving whoever replaces the song with a year's worth of food for their song to be used in the advert. So why am I and other people so angry about this? I mean, it's just a meme, right? Who cares? People can enter the contest if they want to, right? What's the problem? I retweeted this ad because I make a point of not entering these sort of contests myself, and I wanted to explain why. When big companies like Grubhub do these sorts of contests, it looks like an amazing opportunity, and you're right, it is. Having your music or art and animation used in an advert by a big company is excellent exposure and experience. More to the point, contests can be fun to enter. I'm all for that. But then I saw how my tweet went viral and I was like, oh, okay. I touched a nerve. The problem is that if a company thinks your creation is good enough for them to use in their advertising campaign, they should have offered you a job. But no, companies will instead give the opportunity to win the chance to get your stuff used in their advert. And usually no credit is given to the winner. The problem is that when companies do this sort of sugar honey iced tea, they make it look like an amazing opportunity. But what they're actually doing is getting you and hundreds of others to create music for free so they don't have to pay anyone else to create another song, and they don't have to pay royalties. This is a publicity stunt for sure, and also shows how corporate companies do not value creative works in spite of being able to pay for these services. Grubhub will end up with hundreds of free pieces of music that they can use however they wish. Okay, so look at this term free food for a year. Your brain will register this to mean that you won't have to pay for food for a whole year. But actually what it means is you will win a free year supply of Grubhub food, because what you really get is 5 vouchers worth $1,000 each to use at Grubhub. Still sound tempting? Let me put it another way. Say for example you get 1 free burger a day from Grubhub, and say that burger is worth about what, $4? So $4 times 365 is $1,460. I'm no musician, but I know for sure that a song and royalties to said song is worth far more than $1,500 on average, and they're not even willing to pay you that. Your work is only worth food vouchers to them. I know most people don't read terms and conditions, but I don't know about you, but I do believe in knowing what I'm signing up for. Most contests like these are the same for all corporate companies, so I'll try to keep this brief. So, the first thing I do when I see a contest, I want to find out if I'm eligible to enter. This contest was only available for US residents, and all entrants must be over 18. I'm not entirely sure how Grubhub made sure that the winner was over 18 with a tweet, but okay. Next, I look at how to enter. Entrants can either share their music or share someone else's, as long as they identify the original owner of the music. That makes sense. And include the hashtag music for burgers. I mean, deliver the music. So basically this means that only original music is eligible, in spite of them saying that you can add whatever music you want over the advert. Then I will see if it's worth my time. What's the prize? Well, in this case the ad says you will win free food for a year. Well, no, as I said before, you are actually given 5 $1,000 Grubhub gift cards and have your song featured in the dance commercial. $5,000 worth of food sounds amazing, right? Though since they don't credit the original creator of the song used in the original advert, I doubt credit will be given to the new one either. More to the point, $5,000 worth of free food vouchers that can only be used for Grubhub. Last I checked, $5,000 isn't a year's worth of food. $5,000 divided by 365 is what, $13? So say it takes the musician the 24 hours that Grubhub allowed for entrants to create the music. Even if they did enter a piece of music that was pre-made by them, surely that work is worth more than $13 a day. Lastly, I look at how my work would be used. To me, this is the most disturbing part. Whether you win the contest or not, you are giving Grubhub the right to post, display, broadcast, publish, use, adapt, edit, translate, dub, and modify your submission in any way they want in any and all media throughout the world, and they won't give you any notice or consideration. But if you win, you need to sign over and release any and all rights to the music you create for them, waiving all moral rights you had over the piece to them. In other words, you cannot use this song anywhere else. This is a common thing when you do work for a corporate company. You sign over your work for them to use, but this is when you're paid to do the work for them. Keep in mind, this is a contest. Grubhub are only giving you food vouchers for your work. You're not being paid for the work. You won't get any royalties for every time they use said work, or any of the other works other entrants sent in. Contests run by corporate companies are publicity stunts for sure, that allow them to get hundreds of pieces of music, or art, or whatever else they need for their ad campaign, so they don't have to pay any professional creator or pay royalty fees for use of the music. Oh, but you get great exposure, right? Because they always credit the musicians for the music. Oh, yeah. No, they don't. I know most people are not going to take this contest seriously and are just trolling Grubhub, and I get it. It's hilarious. This meme has just exploded, and making that tweet and this video is giving Grubhub free advertising. That's kind of what social media is for, and is unavoidable, sadly. As a creator, I make it a point not to enter these contests for the reasons I just spoke about. To me, creativity is worth far more than a burger. You can't pay rent with burgers. Value your work, guys. I'm not saying not to enter these contests, I'm just saying to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. I'm Mad Munchkin. Stay creative.